Tae-geun. Welcome to the quiz show, The Contenders. Chuseok is now over and we're looking forward to the 2002 Busan Asian Games. Of course, we wish all of the teams good luck, especially the Korean team. We hope that the Korean team will do as well as the Korean team did during the FIFA World Cup. Now let's begin the quiz. Let's welcome today's contenders. To our stage, we have Nexus team, Park Sang-hee and Shin Hyun-jung. These are actually very attractive, typically Korean female names, right? You must have some misadventures due to this.
Yeah, everyone says.
Yeah, everyone expects you to be women if they see you on paper?
Yeah, whenever they call us.
How'd you come up with your team name Nexus?
We work for same team in the same company, and I'm in charge of network devices, and he is in charge of Unix system, so it's blend words.
I see. And of course, you guys are both engineers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we wish you good luck today, and thank you for joining us. Of course, your opposing team is the Cantabile team, Park Hae-soon and Cho Jung-hyun. Thank you for joining us. Your aunt and niece. Now, you chose Cantabile, which means as if or like singing. It's a musical term. How did you come up with that as your team name?
We all love together piano. When I was 10, I started to play the piano. I met this Italiano. From then, I loved cantabile through all my life. Grazie.
I see. Well, good luck to you today. And now let's begin the quiz. We will be giving you 10 multiple choice questions. You'll have 5 seconds to go through that question. It's worth 10 points each. Of course, if you get caught up in a question that you're not sure of, you can call out chance, and we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and better your chances at a correct answer. If you get a question wrong, we'll stop there, but if you get all 10 questions correct, then we'll give you 50 bonus points. So if you understand Nexus, will you please choose Q, U, I, or Z?
Q.
We'll go with question set Q, number 1. Of the following, which is not a bird? 1, an ostrich, 2, a peacock, 3, a goose, 4, a bat.
Number 4, a bat.
Question 2. Of the following, which is not a sport that requires a helmet during play? 1, ice hockey, 2, American football, 3, judo, 4, water polo.
Number 3, judo.
Do you actually do judo, practice judo?
No.
No, never tried it?
Yeah.
But you knew that you didn't need a helmet anyway? From watching, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nexus, we go to question 3. Of the following, how many lines are there in the current subway system in the Seoul metropolitan area? 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, 10. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
Number 2, 8.
Do you use the subway system a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go on with question number 4. Of the following actors, who has not won an Academy Award? 1, Anthony Hopkins, 2, Tom Hanks, 3, Denzel Washington, 4, Steven Seagal.
Number 4, Steven Seagal.
And you haven't used chance yet, and we go to question 5. Of the following, which is an incorrect area code in Korea? 1, Seoul 02, 2, Busan 051, 3, Incheon 031, 4, Gangwon 033.
Number 3, Incheon.
That's right. Incheon's area code is 032, and of course 031 is Gyeonggi province. And we go to question 6. How many degrees Fahrenheit is 0 degrees Celsius? 120, 222, 330, 432.
Number 4, 32.
You still haven't used chance, and we're going to question 7. So how do you see your chances of getting to number 10 correct?
No, this this time we can do chance. If it's
All right.
difficult.
Question number 7. In what year did South Korea and North Korea both join the United Nations? 1. 1945, 2. 1953, 3. 1988, 4. 1991.
Number 4, 1991.
Question number 8. Who is the youngest player ever to score a World Cup goal? 1. Pele, 2. Ronaldo, 3. Romario, 4. Ronaldinho. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
We like use chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Please make your
Number
decision.
1, Pele.
Very good guess. Actually, Pele made his score at 17 years and 239 days old. So he's very young when he made his first score. And we go on to question number 9. Of the following, which instrument is not in the brass family? 1. Trumpet, 2. French horn, 3. Tuba, 4. Saxophone.
Number 2, French horn.
It was a good guess, but actually it's the saxophone. A saxophone is a woodwind instrument. You did a very good job anyway. You end this section at 80 points. Congratulations. Now on to Cantabile. Which question set would you like to have?
Z.
Okay, we'll go with Z. Question number 1. Which key is the largest in size on a standard keyboard? 1. Enter, 2. Escape, 3. Space, 4. Shift.
3. Space.
Question number 2. Of the following, which is an incorrect connection between a food and its ingredient? 1. Rice porridge, 2. Grape wine, 3. Milk cheese, 4. Bean beer.
4. Bean beer.
Of course, it's barley that goes into beer. And how are you finding our questions to be so far? Pretty easy so far, right? Yeah, you seem to be doing very well. Question number 3. How many 돼 are in a mal, which are the traditional units in Korea of measurement for grain? 1. 1돼, 2. 2돼, 3. 5돼, 4. 10돼. If you're not sure, you can use chance. If you're not sure, you can use chance. You'll have to make a decision. Final decision, please.
4. 10 times.
And that was worth the wait, Cantabile. And we go to question 4. The Asian Games, which will be held in Busan on September 29th, will be the nth number Asian Games. What is N? 1. 12, 2. 13, 3. 14, 4. 15.
3. 14.
Very good. And we're almost halfway through. We go to question 5. Of the following, which is not a song that Madonna recorded? 1. Music, 2. Ray of Light, 3. Like a Virgin, 4. Shebop. If you're not sure, you can use chance. Okay, we will take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And you'll have to make a final decision, Cantabile.
Oh, Shiva.
4.
Very good. Shebop, of course, was Cyndi Lauper's song, not Madonna's song. And we go to question 6. Of the following, how many legs does a shrimp, which is a crustacean, have? 1. 6, 2. 8, 3. 10, 4. 12.
116.
Actually, a shrimp has 10 legs, but you did a very good job. You end up with 50 points. However, Nexus ends this game ahead at 80 points. And now we go to the section of the game where we test how well you work together. Nexus, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And of course, as you're probably all well aware, this is a section where we give you 20 words, 100 seconds, and of course you have to go through the list without using the word that we give you on the board. You picked Woody Allen as your category. Why did you pick Woody Allen?
Actually, we didn't like Woody Allen very much, and I don't think we can understand his movies, so we wanted to know much more about him through the preparation.
Ah, I see. So have you come to like him more?
Not that much.
Okay, all right. Nexus, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, go.
His job, D.
Director.
He lives in this city, and
New York.
the genre, she,
Comedy.
pass. The mother of Suni, M,
Mia Farrow.
and the musical instrument he plays,
Clarinet.
and the movie with Drew Barrymore,
Everyone Says I Love You.
and the daughter of Mia Farrow,
Suni Previn.
and he plays the voice of.
Ants.
Okay, he got this with Annie Hall. Another word for Oscar. Another word.
Academy.
And two words.
Award. Academy Award. Yeah.
And the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Celebrate.
Pass. The famous movie.
Annie Hall.
And the Mighty Aphrodite is about this.
Dylan.
And last name,
Dylan.
like Suni.
Dylan Farrow.
And the movie I said.
Mighty Aphrodite.
And 2002,
Hollywood ending.
no,
Cannes.
and interviewing with 4 people.
Husband and wife.
His real name, A.
Alan Field Koenigsberg.
Wow, Nexus, you learned a lot about him in your preparations. You actually passed on a very easy one. He actually started out as a stand-up comedian, and you passed on glasses. We were looking for his symbolic things on his face. But you did a great job. You end the section with 230 points. And Cantabile, if you're ready, please take your position. Now, you picked ancient civilizations as your category. It's a very tough category because it's so wide. Do you actually have a favorite ancient civilization?
Yeah, I like Egyptian civilization.
Ah, Egypt. Okay. Well, we'll hope that something you like will end up on our list. If you're ready,
Yes.
ready, go.
Pass. Mira and
Mommy.
pass. Egyptian river.
Nile.
Cap. Pass. Pass. Between two rivers and
Mesopotamia.
cat. P.
Persia.
황허. Y.
Yellow River.
Pass. Iron Age. N.
Iron Age. Agriculture.
Babylon King. H.
Hammurabi.
River U.
Euphrates.
Mexico. N.
Maya.
I. River I.
Inca. 아니, Indus.
Education. S.
Sparta.
Paper.
Papyrus.
Stadium, C.
콜로세움.
D. 메소포타미아, D.
바빌로니아.
Mediterranean, M. C. C. D. 크레타.
Cantabile, I heard that you read a lot of books to prepare for this section and you learned a lot about ancient civilizations, and I can see that in how well you did. You actually did great on these lists. You passed on one easy one, which is the capital of Italy, Rome. That was the first and the beginning. So you did a very good job. You end with 190 points versus Nexus 230. Now, this third section is one that a lot of fans wait for. It's when Kim Jun-sung comes out onto the stage to answer questions. Thank you for joining us.
What's so funny?
Oh, I'm just happy to see you, that's all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see you too.
So how did you see the game from backstage?
From backstage, I thought they did very well, Woody Allen. I think they're very smart about the selection of the topic because it's sort of narrow, but I thought they did really well on choosing such a broad topic, and they got, a couple of points on that too.
Yeah, they did great actually in that section. Now, this section will be one where we decide who gets to go on to the finals, and it has a lot of points actually, 30 points per question. Actually, let him tell you all about it.
All right, this next round is a round of 50 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. That's 450 points. The first team that buzzes in can answer. If the team can't get the answer or gets the answer wrong, then the question will go over to the other team. You have 5 seconds to answer, and in the case that both teams cannot answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint.
And of course, since you have to buzz with this section, you have to wait for me to call your team name before you shout out the answer, okay? So please, let's have question number 1.
Okay, question number 1 is about insect. According to a foreign news source, a fan of pop singer Elton John collected bees to win concert tickets for a performance in Canada. This is a jumping insect which produces a buzzing.
Nexus.
Flea?
Good guess, but Cantabile, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
Okay, this is a jumping insect which produces a buzzing or whirring sound by rubbing its back legs against its forewings. What is this insect?
Cantabile, Cantabile.
grasshopper.
And Nexus, it was a good guess. It does jump, but it's pretty tough to catch fleas, actually, to collect them. And Cantabile, with that, you only have 10 points between you. You are still trailing, but we'll see what happens with the next question. Let's have question number 2.
Okay, question number 2 is about health. According to a new study, putting this in skin lotion form on skin lowers risk of skin cancer. This is the chemical stimulant in coffee and tea. It is also present in most cola.
Cantabile.
caffeine.
And with that, Cantabile, you're in the lead, 250 versus Nexus, 230. But Nexus, well, you've got to hang in there. We'll see what happens with the next question.
Okay, question number 3 is about performance. According to a recent internet site survey, male netizens prefer concerts and female netizens prefer this. It's a theatrical production in which songs, choruses, instrumental accompaniments,
Nexus.
Musical?
And of course, all this is combined with a dramatic plot, and that's what a musical is. And of course, it's good to see you on the board. You've got the lead again, 10 points. We'll see what happens with the next question.
Okay, question number 4 is about weather. The following are all names of a common thing. What is it? Thelma, 1987, Janice, 1995, Piper Prune, 1999, Olga, 1999, Rusa,
Cantabile.
Typhoon.
Very good. We'll go with the next question.
Okay, question number 5 is about a title. In Korea, the game based on the sequel of this novel is to come out before the movie. Last year, the first episode of this movie was a big hit. What is the name of the character of British author Joanne Kathleen Rowling's bestseller?
Cantabile.
Harry Potter.
Very good, Cantabile. Actually, I have to warn you, you've got to you wait for me to call out your team name before you answer. Okay. And let's have the next question.
Okay, question number 6 is about an island. Recently, one of Korea's communications companies announced that it is now possible to use cell phones here, just like on Dokdo Island. What is this island, which is the southernmost point of the Korean peninsula?
Nexus.
What is Marado?
And let's have question number 7 now.
Okay, question number 7 is about sports. On September 4th, this person was the first Korean hitter and first Asian to debut in the U.S. major.
Nexus.
Chase
Who
up.
is Chase up?
And of course, he actually debuted in the U.S. Major League, and he has the first base position, went to the U.S. in 1999, and is a member of the Chicago Cubs. And of course, you're not on Jeopardy. You don't have to put it in question form.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And actually, you have the lead again, Nexus team, 320 versus 310. It's a very close game. We'll see what happens with the next question.
Okay, question number 8 is about a person. The new head of the World Trade Organization took office on the 2nd of this month. He promised to help poor countries enjoy the benefits of global commerce and to diffuse disputes before they become trade wars. He is a former Thai Commerce Minister and the first WTO Director General from a developing country. Who is this person?
We are looking for the former Thai Commerce Minister and the first WTO Director General. Let's look at the spelling hint. Cantabile.
Sapachai.
That's right. Super Chai is the new head, and we go with question number 9 now.
Question number 9, economy. Recently, due to decreased consumption and blank marketing of imported pork, domestic pork prices are continually going down. Blank refers to cheap sale of goods at a lower than market price.
Nexus.
Dumping.
Nexus, your partner saved you today. And with that, you're in the lead again, 350 versus 340. We'll see what happens with the next question.
Okay, question number 10 is plant. If this tree were to become extinct, the koala bear would be wiped off the face of this earth too, since its diet consists solely of...
Nexus.
What is Euclid?
Eucalyptus.
It's always good to see a partnership work out. Eucalyptus is correct. And of course, this evergreen tree is mainly native to Australia. And then we'll go on with the next question. We'll go with question number 13, please.
Okay, it's about geography. Recently, Israel and Jordan made an announcement to promote $800 million environmental project.
Cantabile.
Dead Sea.
And of course, their environmental project involves working with the Dead Sea. And of course, this is a salt lake in Southwest Asia. Very good, Cantabile. You're just 10 points behind. And we go on to question number 14.
Number 14, mythology. This Greek god was killed by the Titans who tore him apart, roasted the pieces, and began eating those pieces before Zeus saved enough to be buried at Delphi. This is the god...
Nexus.
Prometheus.
Cantabile, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
This is the god of fertility, dance, and wives who arises from the dead every winter. Who is this god?
Cantabile, 5 seconds. Cantabile.
바카스하고 또 술하는 거 네가 말해봐.
Now let's take a look at the spelling hint. Cantabile. Prometheus actually gave fire to the Earthlings or people, and Dionysus was the person we were looking for. And we have just one question left. You have 20 points between you. Nexus, if you get this question, you win. If Cantabile keeps the lead, then they win. We'll see what happens with this last question.
Okay, question number 15 is about literature. On September 3rd, this playwright accepted an international prize, the Premium.
Cantabile.
Aston Villa.
And with that, yes, this playwright wrote The Death of a Salesman and The Crucible, and you got this. And Cantabile, you actually go on to the finals. Congratulations. Now, Nexus, this was a very, very close game. You made a good effort. It was good to see you on our stage. Do you have any words for your supporters at home?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations, Cantabile. We'll be seeing you in the final round, and we'll be right back after this. And now let's welcome the Kith team. Welcome back onto our stage. Kyopo's in the house, or Korean Americans in the house. Bang No-sik and Ji-eun-kyung. Now, I know that you saw our very exciting first half. What did you think of the team that you're going against, and do you have any new tactics or methods to go against them?
Well, they're formidable opponents, so we went and bought a newspaper to do some last-minute cramming.
Well, we'll see if that pays off. We wish you good luck, and I'm sure Cantabile will do well as well. We wish all of you good luck. And now let us begin the final section. Now, in this final section, we'll be giving you 5 categories of 5 questions each, worth 10 to 50 points. And if you actually answer correctly, you'll get to choose the next question. If you get it wrong, then we have to stop and give the chance to answer over to the other team. Now, what are today's categories?
If you look on your screens, this week's categories are chemistry class, Asian games, famous companies, landmarks, and classical music.
And very exciting as that is, I get to pick number 1, and I will go with chemistry class for 10 points. Out of all the elements listed on the periodic table, this element is generally considered one of a large group of this type of element. This is due to its multiple uses and forms, as well as its importance as the basis for all life. Our bodies contain approximately 16 kilograms of this element as an important component of DNA. What element is this? Kit.
Carbon?
Now, Kit, you're on the board with 10 points. You get to pick the next question.
How about chemistry class for 20?
Okay, chemistry class for 20 points. Much of the supply of this element is manufactured using natural gas, as only a very minute quantity of this element can be freely found in the atmosphere. This element forms more compounds than any other element, and it is also seen as a potential fuel source for the next generation of fuel cell technology due to its environmentally. Kith.
Hydrogen?
And of course, it produces a byproduct, which is water. And of course, it is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. And of course, this is the most abundant element in the universe. Cantabile, we would like for you to buzz in and try. And Kith, you get to choose.
Okay, chemistry class for 30?
Chemistry class for 30 points. Of the following, which is an incorrect connection between an element and its symbol in the periodic table? 1. He, helium. 2. K potassium. 3. Mg manganese. 4. Ca calcium. Cantabile.
2K.
Kith, 5 seconds. Kith,
Number 3.
very good. Mg actually stands for magnesium, whereas manganese, the correct symbol is Mn. And of course, Kith, you get to go again.
Asian Games for 10 points.
Asian Games for 10 points.
This is an easy warm-up question. Of the following, which is not a city that hosted the Summer Asian Games? Listen carefully, you only have one chance to answer. Number 1, Seoul. Number 2, Tokyo. Number 3, Tehran. Number 4, Taipei.
Kith,
Taipei.
Cantabile, to go against Kith, you'll have to buzz in more quickly. And Kith, you get to choose.
Asian Games for 20.
Asian Games for 20 points.
The Busan Asian Games is the second time people will be able to see the modern pentathlon as an official event since it was selected in Hiroshima in 1994. Also, this, which will debut as an official event, will gather much attention as well. Participants in this event display magnificent muscular development and a balanced physique. Weightlifters use barbells, dumbbells, and circuit training. What is this sport?
Cantabile.
Bodybuilding.
And Cantabile, it's good to see you on the board. And Cantabile, you get to pick.
Asian Games 30 points.
Asian Games for 30 points.
For 30 points. The Asian Games are held every 4 years, and the Olympic Council of Asia selects the host city. The first Asian Games were held in New Delhi.
Cantabile.
New Delhi.
Indo.
Okay, Kith, the chance to answer goes over to you, and we'll finish the question.
The first Asian Games were held in New Delhi, the capital of India, and the city to host the event the most times is Bangkok. This city was selected as the next host of Asian Games after Busan. What is the city, the capital of Qatar?
Actually, the chance to answer is Kith. 5 seconds. Cantabile.
Doha.
Yes. Doha, of course, is the capital of Qatar. I have to remind you that once you've had a chance to answer and you answered incorrectly, the chance to answer has to go over to your opponents before it comes back to you, okay? So even if you buzz, I cannot call your team name. Okay, and with that, Cantabile, you get to choose.
Asian Games 40 points.
Asian Games for 40 points.
For 40 points. The torches for the flame that will burn during the Busan Asian Games were simultaneously lit at Paektusan Mountain and Hanasan Mountain on the 5th. The torch lit at Paektusan Mountain will be delivered by this woman who was a judo superstar in North Korea. She was the first North Korean medalist at the 2000 Sydney Olympics, and she also won a gold medal during the 1998 Bangkok Asian Games. Who is she?
Cantabile.
개순희.
Very good. And with that, you're in the lead, 90 versus 70 points, Cantabile, and you get to choose.
Asian Games for 50 points.
Asian Games for 50 points.
Just like in the Olympics, there is a symbolic mascot of the hosting city of the Asian Games. The mascot for the 1998 Bangkok Asian Games was a baby elephant named Chaeyo. And the 1994 Beijing Asian Games had a panda. The mascot for the 2002 Busan Asian Games is a bird named Durya. What kind of bird is this?
The symbolic Cantabile.
Seagull. Seagull.
And of course, there's also a song called Busan Durya after this mascot. And very good, you're increasing your lead, Cantabile, and you get to choose the next question.
Classical music for 10 points.
Classical music for 10 points.
This German composer was a predominant musical figure in the transitional period between the classical and romantic eras. A universal genius, widely regarded as the greatest composer who ever lived, dominates a period of musical history as no one else before or since.
Kith.
Schumann.
The chance to answer goes over to the Cantabile team, and please finish the question.
He is rooted in the classical traditions of Haydn and Mozart, but is widely known as a romantic composer. Who is he?
5 seconds, Cantabile. Cantabile?
Brahms.
Actually, his 5th, 6th, 9th symphonies. Kith.
Bach. Oh.
Cantabile, 5 seconds. Cantabile?
Beethoven.
His 5th, 6th, and 9th symphonies and the opera Fidelio are some of his most famous works. And Cantabile, you get to choose again.
Classical music for 20.
Classical music for 20 points.
The use of this word is associated with the rise of instrumental music. Its derivation from the Italian sonare implies something sounded, as opposed to cantata, something sung. The term first appeared in the 13th century and became widespread towards the end of the 16th century. What is this classical composition mainly for a solo instrument?
Sonata.
And of course, you have a lot of sonatas written for the piano. And it's good to see you back on the board, Kith, and you get to choose.
Can we go back to chemistry class for 50?
Sure, chemistry class for 50 points. Elements in this group are not normally found independently in nature due to the reactive nature of these elements. Reactivity increases as atomic number increases, and there's a closer similarity between the elements in this group than any other group in the periodic table. These metals are unique in several ways in that they're soft with low melting and boiling temperatures. Also known as Group 1 elements, what is the name given? Cantabile.
Halogen.
Kith, it's your chance to answer and I'll finish the question. Also known as Group 1 elements, what is the name given to this group of metals? Kith, 5 seconds. Kith.
Radioactive metals?
Think back to your chemistry class. These are a family of elements, a group of elements in the periodic table. Kith.
Alkaline.
And with that, you have just 10 points between you and Cantabile. Kith, you're trailing by 10 points. You get to choose.
Okay, how about landmarks for 30?
Landmarks for 30 points. This is a chief temple of the Greek goddess Athena on the hill of the Acropolis at Athens, Greece. It was built in the mid-5th century BC and is generally considered to be the culmination of the development of the Doric order, the simplest of the 3 classical Greek architectural orders. The name refers to the cult Cantabile.
Parthenon.
And of course, the name refers to the cult of Athena Parthenos, Athena the Virgin, that was associated with the temple. And of course, this famous landmark is the Parthenon. And Cantabile, you have increased your lead to 40 points, and you get to choose.
Landmarks for 10 points.
Landmarks for 10 points. These are large structures with 4 triangular sides that meet Cantabile.
Pyramid.
And of course, directly over the center of its square base, and ancient people in several parts of the world built these, but of course the Egyptians are the most famous. And of course, your preparation for your ancient civilization section and your favorite civilization being Egypt actually probably helped you answer this question. Cantabile, you get to choose again.
Landmarks for 20 points.
Landmarks for 20 points. This landmark in Moscow adjoins the historic fortress and center of government known as the Kremlin. Kith.
St. Peter's Basilica.
Cantabile, actually it was a good try. See, it's good to see you buzz in, but it's Cantabile's chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. The Kremlin and this were added to the UNESCO's World Heritage List in 1990. It has been the scene of executions, demonstrations, riots, parades, and speeches. What is this landmark? Cantabile, 5 seconds. Cantabile.
Red Square.
Very good. And of course, in Russian, this is called Krasnaya Ploshad. And the Russian word Krasnaya, now translated as red, also means beautiful. So they have the same word. And Cantabile, you get to choose again.
Landmark for 40.
Landmark for 40 points. This was commissioned in 1806 by Napoleon, but was not finished until 1836. Engraved at the top are the names of major victories won during the Revolutionary and Napoleonic periods, along with the names of 558 generals who served in the French army. It is located at the top of the Champs-Élysées. What is the name of this famous French war? Kith.
L'Arc de Triomphe.
And Kith, it's good to see you on the board. You just have 30 points between you. Kith, you're trailing, and you get to choose.
Okay, actually, famous companies for 20.
Famous companies for 20 points.
Hello, my name is Kang Han-soo, and I'm a researcher for the Samsung Economic Research Institute. It's difficult to talk about a country, let alone a world, without mentioning companies. The roles and responsibilities of companies are very important in modern times. Well, let's take a look at some of the more prominent companies of the world, shall we? In August, exports of products from this company to the US marked its highest record. This is an automobile company established in December of 1967, and it started to export its Pony model in 1976.
Kith.
Hyundai.
And of course, from Pony in 1976, it expanded its markets to include Canada, Europe, England, Soviet Union, Vietnam, and Yugoslavia, as well as the US, where it started. And of course, this company plays a big part in Korean exports of automobiles. Kith, you get to choose.
Famous companies for 10 points, please.
Famous companies for 10 points.
The logo of this franchise company features Colonel Harlan Sanders, one of the best recognized
KFC.
And of course, Colonel Sanders is the creator of the menu of this company, and it's based in Louisville, Kentucky, and it is the world's most popular chicken restaurant chain. And if you remember in our last quiz, we actually had a section where we talked about drive-ins in China, and Kentucky Fried Chicken is actually the chain that opened a
Drive-through.
Yeah, that's right. Drive-through in China. Ooh, that was a good catch. And Kith, you get to choose again.
Famous companies for 30.
Okay, famous companies for 30 points.
According to a recent report in Germany, this airline company, which ranks second in Europe, is greatly lowering its consumer prices to get out of it.
Kith.
Lufthansa.
And of course, Lufthansa is a German airline organized in Cologne, West Germany on January 6th, 1953, jointly by the federal government and the German National Railway. And of course, that was West Germany then, it is now Germany. Okay, and you get to choose again.
Okay, famous companies for 40.
Famous companies for 40 points.
This company is often taken as a good example for a successful turnaround. This company only dealt with pulp and paper manufacture for over 100 years. Coming into the 1990s, they focused on communications, and now they are the world's leading cell phone manufacturer. It is also a conglomerate which takes up more than 30% of Finland's GDP.
Kith.
Nokia.
And Nokia's headquarters is in Espoo, Finland. And of course, they actually expanded momentarily into toilet paper, tire, rubber, and appliance industries and had many problems and hence came back and focused on telecommunications, and that made them number one. Cantabile, we'd like to see you back on the board. Kith has actually moved into the lead, 280 points versus 210. And Kith, you get to choose again.
Okay, famous companies for 50.
Famous companies for 50 points.
Are you familiar with 17th and 18th century history? The increase in the price of a pound of pepper by 5 shillings, proclaimed by the Dutch privateers who controlled the spice trade, angered 24 merchants of London. The merchants gathered together in September 1599 in a decrepit building on Leadenhall Street to found a modest trading firm with an initial capital of £72,000. Which organization thus came into existence?
Okay, the merchants gathered together in September of 1599. The year is 1599. And they were acting against the Dutch, and these were 24 merchants of London. This organization that came into existence is one that is mentioned almost all of the time when we talk about history of this period. Just mention any. Kith.
The Indian Spice Company.
Good guess, Cantabile, 5 seconds. Okay, actually, the answer that we were looking for is the East India Company. And of course, the East India Company was birthed to work with the East Indies, but actually similar companies were founded in the Netherlands and France. And so we saw a lot of this happening around 1600. And so we have a choice. We'll go with classical music, 30 points.
Italian composer Vivaldi was the first composer who consistently used a ritornello form that became standard for the fast movements of concertos. The ritornello was a section that recurred in different keys and was played by the full orchestra. His Opus 8 concertos, entitled This, are early examples of orchestral program music. What is this piece which is representative of Vivaldi's violin concertos?
Cantabile.
Four Seasons.
And of course, the 4 seasons are entitled Spring, Summer, Fall, and Winter. And each piece is composed of 3 movements, and there are 12 pieces in all. And Cantabile, it's good to see you on the board. You're trailing by 40 points, and you get to choose.
Classical music for 40.
Classical music for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. Recently, to overcome the recession in the classical music album market, people are trying to meet and combine different genres of music. This term is something now popular with a different audience. This refers to an artist, musician, artistic creation, or a piece of music that has become popular outside one original category. What is this called?
We are looking for the term that describes an artist. Kith.
Crossover.
And of course, Sarah Brightman is just one of these crossover artists. There are many. And with that, Kith, you get to choose again.
Okay, the same category for 50 points.
Classical music for 50 points.
This film brings to the screen a segment in the life story of one of the greatest singers of the 18th century. He was born in 1704 with the name of
Kith.
Amadeus.
Cantabile, it's your chance to answer, and we'll finish the question.
He was born in 1704 with the name of Carlo Broschi. He was castrated in his childhood in order to preserve his voice. The film concentrates upon his relationship with his brother Riccardo and his rivalry with composer G.F. Handel. What is this 1994 movie, which was created through the collaboration?
Cantabile.
Farinelli.
And of course, Il Castrato. And of course, this adds very much interest to our last question, which will decide who becomes the winner of this game. Cantabile, we have just one question. We will go with landmarks for 50 points. This mausoleum was complete by about 1643, and the surrounding complex of buildings and gardens was complete by about 1653. Situated on the southern bank of the Yamuna River, the white marble mausoleum is composed of 4 identical facades, each containing a large central arch, 33 meters high. It is regarded as one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan had it built in Cantabile.
Taj Mahal.
And of course, this is a mausoleum that is built in Agra, India. And the Mughals emperor's wife, Arjuman Bani Bagam, known as Mumtaz Mahal, is Persian for elect of the palace. And with this very strong ending, Cantabile, you end up the winners. Congratulations, you have tickets to Jeju Island.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Well, Kip, you have 1 win under your belt. There you go off. But do you have some last words for your supporters who are watching you?
We're just glad we made it this far, and I think that they obviously deserve this win. So congratulations.
Thank you for joining us. Now, Cantabile team, you had a very tough match to get to the final round, and once here, it was a very close match to the end, but you've won. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I'm happy. Our participating in Contenders is our family's glory.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Well, we have a very new, very happy team that have tickets to Jeju Island now. We'll be seeing them next week, and we'll be seeing you again in a week from now. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you next time. Bye-bye.